Well, I had to do it one time, ladies and gentlemen. I had to bring. First of all,
Yeah.
I always brag and I always tell everybody that I love to bring the best of the best to the platform here, which by the way is hype-radio.com.
That's right.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Hype Radio is real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your man Shadow.
Shadow.
This show that we are on today is Laugh Out Loud Fridays.
All right.
Now, the concept behind that is we like doing some funny shit. Now, we have a lot of talent here in the city.
Hell of talent.
Tons of talent here in the goddamn city.
Yep.
So it's my duty to give a platform for everything that I can see. And I see that comedy here in this city needs a platform. So
Yep.
thus the reason behind Laugh Out Loud Fridays, which by the way was started by my host to my left.
Uh-huh.
But we ain't gonna keep him, we gonna knock him out of the host seat today.
Yeah.
He is a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Uh-huh.
Las Vegas,
Uh-huh.
all of the West Coast,
Right.
Texas,
What?
Detroit Boogie,
Talk about it.
Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
Cape Town, Africa,
Ah!
and Brazil.
Brazilian booty lift.
Yes, ooh, yes, Lord. I would like to introduce to you none other than the world famous Defunct the Legend.
Yeah.
What's up with your player?
What up, what up, what up, Shadow? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm trying, sometimes me, all the time you.
Yeah, first of all, I gotta say thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here with you today.
Yeah, like I'm really like excited to let the people know exactly who the hell you are. Because if they don't know, first of all, welcome back to Earth.
Yeah.
Second of all, welcome to Sacramento.
Uh-huh.
Third of all, Defunct.
Yeah, man.
Now, let's go ahead and start at the beginning of this thing. We're gonna give everybody a real review of who the fuck you are. So
All right.
we'll go back in time, say all the way back to 98, 99?
98.99. We're gonna go take the flux capacitor, put it in the DeLorean, and take our ass back to the past.
Well, these days, DeLorean's is a piece of shit.
Yeah, but that's what they use in Back to the Future.
Yeah, but I don't like driving a piece of shit.
Then fuck it, we're gonna put it in a Mustang. Okay,
Too
all
big
right.
for a Mustang.
Yeah, all right. Well, what we gonna put it in
God
there?
damn it, we in a spaceship.
All right, space, the mothership.
Boogie Buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
There it is. Okay, so 98, 99 is when I came upon you.
Uh-huh.
But that's when you were a street team person
Right.
at the world famous 103.5 The Bomb.
Yup, that was fun, man. It was a good time. I love hanging up banners and just, giving out stickers, talking to women, and And what else was I doing? Oh, talking to women.
The important
And,
shit.
Yeah, the important stuff.
Yeah.
But radio was fun, and that was the beginning, and that's where I got my start doing the street team thing and hanging out in the clubs and talking to women.
And I do believe back in the day, there was a lot of talking to women.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There it goes.
I don't know what I did to IG,
Yeah.
but y'all need to leave me alone. I ain't do nothing to y'all. Damn.
Yeah, it's flashing over there. That one is good though. What's up,
Yeah.
y'all? How y'all doing?
Yeah, IG hating on me for the past couple days. I need to send y'all a check or some shit. Damn. But anyways,
All right.
so Defunct was on the street team that I had just been formally put in charge of.
Which was a great thing.
Lovely thing.
Yeah, great thing.
So we started doing our thing. We started hitting the streets where we hadn't gone before because,
Right.
My team couldn't be no punks.
Hell
We
no.
had to have no fear.
Yep.
And you could not wear your feelings on your sleeves.
Nope.
Now, we lost, I do believe, was it Bass?
I think it was bass. Yeah.
I think it was Bass. He
Yep.
was an air talent. He moved to Dago,
Uh-huh.
and we needed to replace him.
Right.
You stepped up to the plate.
Oh, hell yeah. Shit, man, look, from the first time I started doing radio, as far as an internship and as far as being on the street team, I wanted to be on the air. I was told that I should have been on the air before I even knew it, but then I realized that I said, oh man, I got to take advantage of every opportunity. And one came up, and I jumped on it, man. That's what you got to do.
And you smashed.
Man, I tried. I tried.
Tried my
It was
ass,
no,
bro.
it was rough in the beginning.
Yeah, I
You gotta
mean-
keep it real. It was a little rough.
But that's just the way we ran the bomb, though.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of cats who I really take pride in saying that I helped them careers with radio.
Yeah, you
That I ran them through hell.
Hell yeah, you put them through their paces, but it made them have thick skin and tough skin, and it made them better people.
Exactly. So, rough at first.
Yep.
You had to get used to planning
The
and
timing,
the timing, the
planning,
whole thing.
talking, and all of that shit. I mean, it's a lot that goes into it, like imagining what the person you're talking to is doing at the
Right.
time you're talking.
Right.
It's a slower show because it was a late night show, so it was like the slow jams. You know, like they don't have these anymore, at least from where I know.
We do here at
It's-
HotDashRadio.com.
Well,
Pillow
yeah,
Talk.
but I mean, it's pillow talk here. But I mean, as far as like commercial shit, nah, that shit is cookie cutter now.
Yeah.
But slow jams, you know, for the ladies and for people who were, you know, making love at the time. A lot of babies and grown folks now out there were conceived to my slow jam show.
Bless their heart, bless their heart.
Yep, but yeah, it was fun doing that. It really was.
Okay, so you did it. You ran through it.
Right.
You actually had the opportunity to advance your radio career and go across the waters.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Which I was glad to see you
Uh-huh.
to come up, bruh,
Yeah.
but I hated to see you go,
Right.
and I damn sure hated that you couldn't take me with you. Bruh, you got a gig in Hawaii. Who
Yeah.
the fuck does that?
Yeah, man, that was crazy. I mean, that's kind of wild because it was weird how it happened. It was like I went out there to visit a cat who used to work at the radio station we're talking about at 103.5, and he had joined the military. And so we were listening to the radio, and there was a cat on there that I knew, and I had to call up the station. I was like, "What's happening?" And he was like, "Man, you want a job?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "If you can get back to Hawaii, you got a gig." I'm like, "Cool, look it up." That's how it worked.
And that was Defuncts going away at the time. Now, it's hard to leave it.
Yeah.
It's real hard to leave because you love home, you love the music, you love the
Right.
hustle, you love the events. You just love the whole thing. So you boomerang back.
Yeah, because, well, at first it was a fear of the unknown, you know, because Hawaii is it's just a different culture. It's a different place. There's a lot of stuff they don't talk about in the brochure, like the homelessness and the crime. But
Right.
if you're ever going to go to Hawaii, you'll find out for yourself.
Hold on to your wallet.
Yeah, but one thing about corporate radio, most people don't know is budget cuts. Yeah, that happens. And so when they say budget cuts, that means your ass is getting fired.
Last hired, first fired.
That's right.
That's the way it usually happens.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you came back. We don't want to talk about the other station. Now, while you spent your time at the bomb,
Right.
we was throwing the best shows
Yeah.
that Sacramento has ever seen
Mm-hmm.
in the history of Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
We were actually doing the Kings of Comedy
Uh-huh.
at the Memorial, I do believe. What was that?
No, that was at Arco Arena at the time. The one that
That
just
was
tore
that-
down. Yeah.
Shout out and rest in peace to Arco
For
Arena's
real.
/Sleep Train.
For real.
Man,
Man.
we won't even go into
Yeah,
the
because that place is iconic.
I got some memories.
Man.
And
Woo.
that some can be talked about, some
Uh-huh.
they cannot be talked about,
Uh-huh.
but I got some memories.
Was
bruh.
that you that hooked up that thing when we through promotions when we went and we were actually volunteering in the kitchen where they make the hot dogs
Yes.
and popcorn and shit?
Yes, yes.
Man, it was hot as fuck. Hot
Yeah.
as hell.
Yeah, but we were doing shit that had not been done before.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we got to see free game.
Yep. And we got to see how they worked and
Yes.
the inner workings of
Yes.
the arena. So it
We
was
did
dope.
all that. It was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so we doing a show at Sleep Train, what is rightfully named Arco Arena,
Right. Right.
and DL Hughley
Mm-hmm.
sees you
Yep.
and comes to you and gives you a compliment that
Yep.
kind of sparked something in you.
Well, what had happened was myself and our afternoon or midday chick, we went out on the stage and we welcomed everybody, you know, to the show and thanked them for getting tickets and listening to the radio station and blah 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 and blah blah blue. Well, we went backstage and I was talking to DL and he was telling me that, you know, he liked my stage presence, he liked the way I commanded the audience. He said, "You should try stand-up comedy." And I told him he was crazy and out of his rabbit ass mind at the
Pretty much.
time. I said, hell no, that's too scary for me. I can't do that. I said, I don't know how you do what you do. Well, that's how it all started. About 3 weeks later, I went to an open mic, and from there, it's been history ever since.
Now, to get your kickstart from one of the greats in the comedy game,
Right.
which DL Hughley is going to be in history one of the great comedians that we've ever
Yeah, man.
had.
Yeah, I love DL. Shout out to him, man, for real.
To get that kind of like push when you look back, how does that
Mhm.
make you feel?
Right now, I'm still in awe. Back then, it was like, okay, all right, that's kind of cool. But you know, ever since I've been in comedy, and the struggles and the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, knowing what he went through and seeing what I've been going through, I'm like, damn, that's a hell of a compliment. A hell of a compliment. So, you know, I'm just honored.
Now, come total time.
Right.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I would say total time, 19 years.
That is a career in itself.
Yeah, yep. I took 3 years off though. 1 year was pandemic, and then 2 was just straight off.
So you did the whole Jordan thing.
Yep. I took the time
You was
off.
up on top, went to go try baseball.
Actually, when I took the time off is when I joined HypeRadio.com. I don't know if you ever heard of that station, but it's great.
I might have heard a little something about it. just a little something about it, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to get back into radio and give the comedy a rest for a while, and so that's what happened.
Okay. So now, here we are present today.
Right.
And you speak of the pandemic. So a lot of people were taking their art to the internet.
Yep.
DJs,
Mhm.
quiet clubs.
Yep.
Like I was on a Zoom one time, and it had to be like 300 people on the Zoom, and it was a nightclub.
Damn. Was it a silent one or was it one of them?
It was just everybody was muted.
Yeah.
From what I was seeing, everybody had their little drinks and their food.
Okay.
You know, some cats went to the extreme, had some colored lights in the living room.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Oh yeah, and that was it was the club night.
All right.
And
all
I was only there because I heard about it, and I was like, that can't be real. But it was actually smacking.
Okay. Club Zoom.
Great DJ, hella people was just vibing.
Right.
Because we were all held hostage.
Pretty much. Nobody could go nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yep. I
But-
loved it.
but
Because
now
when I
you
did
have
leave,
society.
there was nobody on the freeway. I could drive as fast as I wanted to.
Man, if I did anything under 80,
Yep.
I was stopping.
I was naked one time on the freeway during the pandemic driving, and I was going like 96. Naked. Yep.
All right.
Talk about it.
No. I don't want to talk about you doing the ball and Johnson dance on I-80.
Yeah, 80 and 5.
I'm just not going to go there with you. So. But how did you survive the pandemic with comedy?
Well, everything shut down for comedy during the pandemic. I mean, all the clubs shut down. Nobody was booking any shows because people were afraid to gather. And then there were a lot of rules where you couldn't gather. If you had a mask, you still couldn't gather. It didn't matter. So it shut down.
Okay, so it's almost like now then comedy is coming back from the dead.
Oh man, for the past year and a half, comedy has really spiked upwards, man. I mean, I've been going to different scenes and different territories since I've been back in comedy. And I'm talking about Los Angeles, I'm talking about Sacramento, of course, the Bay Area, Chico, Nevada. I mean, all these different places. And everywhere I go, the scene is just sparked up. And not only that, it's more embracive now than it was before the pandemic. Before the pandemic, it was a lot of cat fighting, infighting, backbiting, backstabbing. Now, everybody's embracing each other, and everything is on the up and up. And I like the way that the new game is being run right now, and the new attitude of everybody who I'm interacting with.
Now, does it seem like because of the pandemic, everybody came together like a team kind of situation?
It
or?
feels like it. I mean, I don't know if it had anything to do with it. Maybe they're just grateful that comedy is back, and they were thinking maybe it wasn't ever going to come back. I don't know.
Now, you talk about the cat fighting and the backbiting and the backstabbing.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like real prevalent in comedy?
I would say in any competitive realm or any competitive area in life, comedy is extremely competitive, and by nature, a lot of comics are really just competitive, and not only that, but the thick skin is not always there when it comes to comedians. So very sensitive people when you're dealing with comics.
Now, you speak about the sensitivity because I remember back at the Bomb during the intern, like my whole meeting was,
Right.
if you're gonna join the team, first of all, you had to give me a resume, you had
Uh-huh.
to be professional,
Mhm.
and you had to really realize that your life was no longer your life.
Right.
Shout out, Freaky. What's up, Jabrat?
Yeah.
I had to tell people like, you're part of something bigger.
Mhm.
You can't go out and get slush faced and
Nope.
do dumb shit because it's gonna come back, and when you come back to the meet, I'm just gonna tell you, enjoy your T-shirt.
Yeah, because you were representing that company and that brand.
So now, the last thing I would tell everybody, and
Right.
I mean everybody,
Right.
do not wear your feelings on your sleeve.
You can't do it.
Because on any given day,
Uh-huh.
you could be the target
Right.
of the bombardment
Mm-hmm.
of shots.
Yeah. Quick. Real quick.
If you wore some bullshit to the remote, oh,
Yeah, man.
you were the subject of the
Yeah.
remote for 2 hours.
Yeah, what are those? This was before that. I mean, we had
Man.
our own way of saying what are those.
We made some people quit.
Yep.
We made some people cry.
Cry. I saw a dude cry. I felt
Yeah.
bad, but I was still laughing.
I didn't. But I remembered the dude. It was 1,000 degrees outside.
Right.
He decided to wear one of them suede
Uh-huh.
M&M racing jackets.
Yep.
And
Yep.
had the nerve to put a beanie and a hoodie on.
And the hoodie.
I
Yeah.
told him that he was raising the heat of Sacramento by himself.
Yeah, he was too, because I got hot when I saw him. I said, "This is some bullshit."
And it was on from there. I
Uh-huh.
do believe it was like 10 in the morning to like 2 in the afternoon.
Right.
I was killing that boy.
Yeah, you was on him, and everybody else
Told
was
that
on
nigga to
him.
put hot pockets in his pocket. We were hungry. Told him to put a pizza in his jacket. He's the new pizza oven. Oh, it was all kinds of jokes with him. But
Pop secret on his belly.
But with that being said, you can't really have your feelings on your sleeve
Uh-uh.
in comedy.
In entertainment, period, because it's very competitive. So there are a lot of the thin-skinned people, and they just don't last. That's how you can tell who has the mentality in order to last in entertainment, because it's not an easy game. It's a very hard thing to accomplish what you see the Kevin Hart's doing, and when you see Dave Chappelle, or when you see anybody who's on top right now, and who's really in the big spotlight, you really have to have a very special personality and a very special swag about yourself.
Right. It's like almost like you have to be humble, but
Yep.
very confident.
Yeah, extremely confident, but not cocky or arrogant.
Now, when you get up to a stage to do your thing, are these, because people like to say, like, example, Cat Williams.
Right.
When Cat had his little run, funniest thing going.
Right.
But after a while, you start hearing the same jokes.
Yeah.
And when you're able to sit up and start telling jokes before the comedian tells jokes, it's a problem.
It is a problem, because people are paying their money. They want to see something new.
So, my question to you now is, like, hip hop artists. Some of them write their verses down.
Yeah.
Are you one of the people who write down certain jokes and kind of build on it? How does that happen?
Pretty much how you said. It starts with an idea.
Okay.
Something will come to my head, and that idea will turn into a premise, and then it will turn into a punchline, and then I'll build around that and put certain little tags on it to enhance it. And it's like Legos. You start with one block, and you just keep building and building. And then you take it to an open mic and you try it, and if it works, then you keep it. If it doesn't, throw that shit away.
Now, I always hear comedians talk about your timing.
Right.
Can you give it, because I'm sure it's, a lot of people have heard that being said, but they really never had it described. Can you describe what the timing is?
For me, personally, I think timing is something you're born with, something that you're blessed with, because you can't teach timing, because timing is like, it comes to you naturally. You feel it before you say it. You know what I mean? Before it comes to your lips, you feel what you're about to say before whatever is happening at the time even finishes happening.
Okay. So, kind of either you're natural with this comedy shit or
Right.
you struggle with it.
It can be learned. I'm not saying it can't be learned, but I think the best people at it have it naturally from birth.
Okay, okay. So, seeing how you was naturally gifted,
Right.
and you talk about all these cities you've been to doing your comedy thing,
Uh-huh.
what is your favorite spot to do comedy?
Ooh, favorite spot.
Well, give me 3.
Okay, let's see. Oh man.
In or out of town.
Yeah, no, man. I want to look at my phone because I got a bunch of them like listed here
Mhm.
of places I performed, and you know it's a pretty long list. It's extensive, but I can't give you. I can give you 3. Let's see if I can give you 3 off my list real quick,
Okay.
because honestly, I can't do it off the top of the dome. Okay, let's see. Where's my list? Come on, list is coming. Okay, here we go. Okay, I have to give a shout out to the home club here, which is Laughs Unlimited.
Shout out Laughs Unlimited.
I love playing over there at that spot. I like the Ha Ha Comedy Club in Los Angeles.
Okay.
That's a good one. Bar 101 in Coos Bay, Oregon. That's a really good because all of the Coast Guard comes out and you get to perform for some of the heroes of the country. So
that's
there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Let's see. Now, open mics are different than book shows, so I have to give a shout out to Touch of Class because the Touch of Class has been doing it forever, and that's one of the premier open mics here in Sacramento. So shout out to them.
That's
let's
kind of
see.
like our own Apollo.
Yeah, pretty much. People pay their money and they want to see you do good. If you go up there bullshitting, they will let you know, for real. So yeah, that and then there's a bunch more, but I won't get into it because it's a long list.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a long list.
So, have you ever held your own open mic kind of thing?
Yep. I have run 17 rooms altogether. I've done showcases where it's just a feature, a headliner, and a host. And then I've done open mics where it's anybody can sign up, but you have to be there on time, blah, 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 and you have to be professional about your shit. But I don't do it anymore because it's a headache.
Okay, so that was my question. With you being a comedian
Uh-huh.
and dealing with the egos of other comedians,
Oh, yeah.
isn't that like
It's hard.
good versus bad? Luke versus
Yeah,
Darth Vader?
it can be rough because you
Crips
can
versus Blood?
Yeah, you can lose friendships, you can lose bookings, you can lose a lot because if you don't put somebody on and they feel like you should put them on, then they might get in their feelings and then feel some kind of way about it. I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't because I know what the struggle is for running a room. Everybody comes at you. Can I get on? Can I get on? Can I get on? Let me on, and you can't get everybody on. That's not realistic.
Okay. Because I've had that issue when I've done like nightclubs. And
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to come and perform.
Uh-huh.
And some people that you just couldn't get on in
Right.
time or scheduling.
Right.
But then there was some of those people you had to be nice to because they couldn't perform.
Yeah.
But you had to smile and be like, oh man, nah, I can't do it this week.
Mhm.
But you literally saying, nah, man, you fucking suck.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, see, for open mic, even if they suck, you can let them on because it's an opportunity for them to get better.
Okay. Now, I have seen some comedians out of the Sacramento area
Okay.
get a start, but kind of get off track because they get into too much of the life.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you mean by the life?
Now, in entertainment,
Okay.
you get some artists, entertainers
Mhm.
that go the other path and get on that alcohol or that other.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is
The
that
tragedy.
Yeah.
The dark side of the game.
How? Because I see it every now and then, but
Mhm.
I'm understanding just some conversations we've had before.
Right.
That it's big. That's a major issue.
Yeah, it is. Substances and substance abuse is huge in entertainment. As we all know, we've had a lot of legends unfortunately pass away. I mean, you look at Michael Jackson. I mean, you look at Prince. You look at, let's see, in comedy, we can look at I mean, pretty much anybody. Look at Belushi. I mean, a lot of people have unfortunately passed on because of that, and it's a tragedy, man. It really is. You have to avoid it. you know, at all costs. Like now, I don't even drink at all. I haven't had a drink in over 10 years.
Damn.
Yep.
Applause and congratulations on that one.
And it's not because I'm afraid to overdose on alcohol. It's just that I don't need it to be funny. I don't need it to be on stage at all.
Okay. Now, for those who kind of need that liquid courage,
Right.
what is your advice to when you see somebody? You've done a couple shows and they've shown up, and you see them that every time they do it, they sloppy.
Oh shit! I tell them I won't tell them nothing because they're eventually gonna fall off on their own. You know, I won't tell them nothing. But if someone asked me for advice about it, I would tell them that for me personally, I think that bookers and club owners see it as a crutch. And why would they book somebody who they think needs alcohol in order to be funny? Not only that, why would they book somebody who's going to be eating out their bar money by going and getting shots for free, mixed drinks for free, buying their friends drinks for free? You know, club owners and clubs and most shows are in it to make money. And the bar is where they make, you know, majority of their money. So you don't want to hurt that. You don't want to hurt their pockets.
That's real.
Yep.
That's real. Okay, so besides laughs, besides what is the other one called?
What, punchline?
Punchline.
Yep.
And besides the touch,
Right.
are there any other comedy spots going on here in the city now?
You know, there used to be Tommy T's. It shut down, which is a tragedy. As far as clubs go in Sacramento area proper, you only have those two, Laughs Unlimited and Punchline. Now, as far as shows go, they're all over Sacramento because there's venues. Oh, and shout out to Guild Theater too, by the way. Guild Theater does a hell of a show. Shout out to Drew Burks. He's the man.
Drew has been doing it for a long time.
Hell yeah. The Guild Theater. So I'm gonna say three. I'm gonna put them up there with Laughs and Punchline and
I
Guild
actually
Theater.
forgot about the Guild.
Yep. So those three right there are what you want to aspire to. Those three stages to get on in Sacramento, and then there's Smoking Jokes that's been running for a while, which is a dope show. I like that show a lot. Shout out to Michael Calvin Jr. Let's see.
Where you going? Explain Smoking Jokes.
Oh, Smoking Jokes is a show that's 420 friendly. So if you like to smoke, go to that show. Trust me, because the entire audience is blazed, the comedians are blazed, and it's just a fun time. It really is. Never seen anything like it.
That's gotta be kind of a hard crowd to joke with, though.
Okay, I have to admit, I died the first time I did it. I
Oh.
bombed. I ate shit.
I wasn't trying to bring up something bad.
No, I mean, hey, I learned from it though because I had never performed for a crowd that was stoned. I always performed for crowds that traditionally have been drinking.
Right.
You know, so they're different energy, and I had to learn that I had to slow down, pace myself, take my time with them because if they're gonna laugh, it's gonna come slow. It's not. It just is. It's not gonna come quick. You know, like if you're drinking. So, but Smoking Jokes is definitely dope.
Okay, what other spots are going on in the city?
Let's see. So we got Smoking Jokes. Let's see. JB's Lounge is a good spot in Sacramento. Shout out to Sean G. He runs that. Let's see. Scoreboards is a good place on Monday nights. That's in Orangevale. It's a good place to work out your material. Other than that, I'm just booked on shows that are mostly out of Sacramento.
Now, getting to that, I had to cancel an interview with you
Right.
and wait for some time for you to clear up.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Your schedule, like, how crazy does it get sometimes?
Man, every month I have at least 10, 12 shows because I'm booking myself every month. I start the month before and focus on the next month, and then after that, the next month. Because the more you put yourself out there, the better gigs you're going to get and the better pay you're going to get.
Okay. Now, what I've been seeing a lot lately also is a lot of comedians are putting on their own kind of like, you know, like Netflix kind of gives a comedian a special. I've been seeing a lot of other comedians kind of do their own special. Can we expect to see one from you soon?
Yes, we can. I just need to find somebody who can film it, somebody who can responsibly film it. I'm talking about film me and mic the audience, so that way you can hear the response. See, that's the problem I've been having, is finding someone who can film it the right way.
Okay.
And once I do, and for the right price. And once I do, yeah, definitely, because I have over an hour of material, and I'm dying to do it. You know, half hour here, 45 minutes there, 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It's fulfilling to a point, you know. But you want to be able to stretch, and you want to be able to spread your wings and do as much as you can in as much amount of time as you want, you know, in your own special.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, kind of give us, because you know, if you want to laugh,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to have a good time,
Right.
you need to follow this man wherever he goes. Where are some of these shows that you booked at?
Let's see. Let me look at my calendar where you guys can find me next.
Run it down.
Because I am always everywhere, and unfortunately, I don't remember all the places I'm going to. But let's see. Okay, my next one is going to be in Los Angeles at the Ha Ha Cafe, which is very fun. It's on Lancashire Boulevard in North Hollywood. Make sure you're out there for that. That's on the 28th, and it's a Sunday. And then I'm done for that for the rest of the month until the 3rd. I'll be at a spot called Barbecue and Burgers. Now, this is an outdoor room. I forgot to talk about this
That's
room.
the one on 12th Ave, right? Across the street from Tech City?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that place is fun, and it always packs out. And shout out to Lola Camacho, because she's the one who puts it on. It's a dope little room, so come out. It's an outdoor spot, and she starts right when it gets cool at night. And then on the 4th, this will be my last one, and then you guys will have to follow me on the gram to find out the rest. On the 4th, Labor Day Explosion, the comedy explosion, Labor Day. Shout out to Swiss, the Big Cheese. That dude is a hell of a promoter, man, and he puts on just great shows. So for Labor Day, that's gonna be that one, and then I got a few more. I'm also gonna be on the Game Show Network. Yeah, I was performing in Los Angeles, and the booker for Game Show Network called me and said, I saw you perform, and we want you to come on and get a partner and do a show called Tug of Words. I've never heard of it, but it's a $10,000 grand prize. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be shot in Hollywood. So if you have cable, and you have the Game Show Network, look out for me. I'll be posting about it, and that's gonna be a good time.
We need everybody to follow and cheer him on, because he
Yeah.
need that 10,000 wow.
Hell yeah!
like oxygen.
Like yesterday.
Man.
Shit.
Okay, so everybody's got to follow you now. Please let the people know how they can follow you, get the information.
All right, so on Facebook, it's just DEE Funk. On Instagram, it's Defunk the Legend. You can find me there. And let's see, on what's that other one? TikTok, same thing. Defunk the Legend on TikTok too.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing, the hella funny,
Yeah,
Defunk the Legend.
you gotta come out and see me, man, for
Make
real.
sure y'all support.
Yup.
Just like this music shit, support everything Sacramento's got. Comedy is just another part of the situation y'all got to follow. You got to support. Go out. It's $5, $10 to the show sometimes.
Right.
You motherfuckers spend that one day at Starbucks.
That's facts.
Ordering a
Yep.
half frap cappuccino, whip on the side.
Yeah, pumpkin spice latte.
All that other weird. Come on, bruh. Worst thing they did was with
shit.
Starbucks in the hood. Like,
Yeah, man.
you see Killer Mike,
Right.
Ice Pick Thuggin',
Right.
order a macchiato.
I know. Caramel macchiato.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
it.
It's
but
wild.
please, go follow Defunk. Give me your IG again, bruh.
Let's turn this down. Hold up. I wanted to read this off real quick before we get off. I'm sorry. So it's the Thursday Night Thunder 916 grand opening, actually. Sunday, September 4th. Labor Day weekend. 10 comics and a special musical guest will be there. We'll have door prizes and a whole lot more. 10 of the hardest working comics. Red the Truth, Sean Grady, Tyler Cantu, Mark Snipes, DJ and Tyler, Danny Stokes, and myself will all be on the stage, and it'll be $100 grand prize win for the funniest comedian. So follow me on the gram and find out how you can get tickets for that. Okay.
Where's that at again?
That's gonna be Labor Day weekend, and let's see, they did it so small. Let's see, vendor information. It actually. Oh, here we go. Northrop, 2350 Northrop, Sacramento, California, 95825.
Make sure y'all go and check that out, because what I'm understanding, Labor Day is kind of sounding a little dry right now.
Yup, and that's gonna make it wet.
And that's the best mess.
For sure.
Brad, I'd like to say thank you for taking the time out of your super busy ass schedule.
I appreciate
to come
you.
and sit down here on Laugh Out Loud Fridays here on hype-radio.com.
Yeah.
I'm your man Shadow. To my left is this great man, D-Funk the Legend. We gonna let the world get back to being normal, and we gonna say goodbye to D-Funk, and we gonna see y'all later. Y'all be safe out there.
Peace.
You retarded.
Ah! Yep, I know you've always known that.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. It wouldn't be you if it wasn't.
No, man.